Hi guys, hope y'all have been having a good 2 days of the learning so far. What I'm going to be showing you today is, again, it's Pythagorean Theorem, but it's when you're given like 2 points on a coordinate plane, like you see here, and you need to find how long this line is, like what is the distance between M and L. So I know we've talked about this in class before, that you can't just like count these spaces because they're not actually worth one. But what is worth one is the spaces going directly across, like horizontal, and the spaces going up, which are vertical. So what I'm going to show you is that you can actually use Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between 2 points that are on a diagonal, because when you go horizontal and then vertical, it creates a right triangle. So the steps that you take to actually find the points are going to be listed up here. So what do? Well, first we draw the hypotenuse. Okay, and we label it C. So that would be this right here. This is our hypotenuse. It's the distance from L to M. I'm going to use one of my kids' crayons to kind of make it nice and bright for you. Okay, well, to figure this distance out, we need to find our two legs. So here our legs are the horizontal and then the vertical distance between L and M. So here and here. And we can count those. So this is C, that's our hypotenuse, and then we have A and B, and we can count the lengths of A and B. A would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. And then B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I know that my legs are 6 and 8. So I just plug those in to my A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So the second step was to draw the legs, which is what I did right here, and count, oops, it's a weird and sign, and count them. Okay, so we have 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. And we just type those into our calculator. Here's my handy dandy calculator. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 100. And then the last step, do you guys remember the last step? I sure hope so. It is to square root. So the square root of 100 is 10. So my distance between L and M here is 10. There you go. There's your answer. We're going to do that again. So for the second one, let me fill this in. Step 3, use Pythagorean theorem. So in this one, P to Q, I need to find this distance. It's quite a long distance, and I can't just count it out. That would be nice and easy, but I can't do that. So what I do is, this is going to be my hypotenuse. This is my diagonal line. That's my C. Okay, to figure out what C is, I will find my two legs here. So again, I don't know if these colors help you guys, but I'll do that anyways. So I have my two legs, and there's the hypotenuse. So the distance of my legs, the actual lengths of those are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 4 and 9 are my two leg lengths. So I do 4 squared plus 9 squared equals C squared. Again, calculator time. 4 squared plus 9 squared. What does that equal? 97. So I have 97 equals C squared. Now, the final step, square root. And we're not going to get too into this right now, but if I do the square root of 97 in my calculator, it's going to estimate it for me because it's an irrational number, right? So I'm going to estimate this as 9.8. So C is approximately, instead of my equal sign, I use the approximately 9.8. I do just want to tell you guys, though, that sometimes you'll see that they leave the answer with the square root. So sometimes you might see that like C equals the square root of 97, and that's okay. It's fine to leave your answer in square root form. The estimate is actually less accurate than leaving it in square root form, but we take either way. Like, we're fine with it either way. All right, last one, here we go. And the other thing is here it tells us to round to the nearest tenth, so that's why I did that here. But just wanted to point out that sometimes it's left in square root form. Okay, again, back to this last one. So I want to find the distance between F and G. So how long is this? This is going to be my hypotenuse. Oops, I thought I was using orange here. So this is my hypotenuse. Okay, so let's make the right angle to get there. So here's my vertical, here's my horizontal, and I was using red for those. Count out your legs, 1, 2, 3, and then other leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my two legs. So use my Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 7 squared equals C squared. Calculator time, 3 squared plus 7 squared. That gives me 58. That's not a perfect square. So again, I'm going to estimate my square root. So I do the square root of 58. Remember, that's second and then this x squared button. And I'm going to round this to 7.6. So C is approximately 7.6. Okay, so I found the distance from F and G was 7.6. Like here, the distance between P and Q was 9.8, or L and M was 10. Those were all the hypotenuse, and I find that by counting my legs and then using Pythagorean theorem. All right, so this was quick. I'm trying to make these quick for you guys so that they don't, you don't get too bored while I'm talking. But I hope you listened all the way to the end, because the secret word that you're going to have to put on slide 8 is crayon. Crayon. These are crayons. All right, that's your secret word. I hope you listen to the video so you can get that right on slide 8. So just to show you guys quickly what you're doing here on your slides, this one here, you're finding this distance. So to find the distance, you want to count the leg and then this leg and use Pythagorean theorem. One of these answers here is the correct answer. You'll drag it to the spot. So exactly what we did on the notes that I just showed you, you're doing right here. Then the next slide is the same idea, but it's like talking about find the distance between Robin and Sarah. Okay, so from Robin to Sarah, here's your hypotenuse, so you have to count the legs and use Pythagorean theorem to find that. And then on slide 8, here is where you put your secret word that I told you, which was crayon. All right, guys, I hope this is going well. Please email us, message us, whatever you want with questions, because we are here for you and we love to hear from you. All right, take care. Bye-bye.